Bodyline tactics devised by England's captain, Douglas Jardine, and spearheaded by Harold Larwood, the fastest of the 4 pace bowlers in the England team. Jardine's dislike of Australians went back to 1921, when the touring Australian team had stopped him from getting a century for Oxford University by keeping him away from the strike. In 1932-33, Jardine packed most of his fieldsmen on the leg side and instructed his fast bowlers to bowl bouncers at the batsman's body. Bodyline was devised to curb Bradman's dominance. They didn't bowl it all the time, but when they did, it was devastating. It was also, by any normal standards of sportsmanship, unthinkable.
We were very upset, of course, with the tactics they were using, and there was no way that we would have retaliated. Our skipper, Bill Woodfull, would never have used those tactics under any circumstances, any more than Gubby Allen would on the English side. He refused to bowl them. The difficulty was how you're going to counteract them. You see, with 7 fieldsmen on the leg side, plus the wicketkeeper, plus the bowler, that makes 9 fielders. You've only got 2 men on the offside, and the ball is being directed towards your body. There is virtually nowhere to go. There's nothing you can do. If you play defensively, you get caught by one of the short legs close up. If you play the hook shot, you get caught by somebody out on the fence. And, of course, there was also a very real danger, physical danger, to the players who were not very fast or very fleet of foot. We were upset about what they did. That showed you very clearly the direction of the ball. You see, how I'm standing on the leg side. Now, I move over to the offside. If I had stood exactly where I was, that ball would have hit me in the chest. This one, I'm afraid, a little bit higher than the chest. I wore the normal protective padding with a thigh pad on the left-hand side, which, of course, is standard practice today. No, the boys never go out to bat without that on against the fast bowlers. But I did one extra thing, and that is that I had a rubber pad made with a rather kidney-shaped pad that fitted over my chest. Came around under the heart on the left-hand side and around there with a piece of elastic around my neck to hold it in place. That was the only additional padding that I used, and the extraordinary part was that it was all for nothing because I never got hit. I only got hit once in the series, and that was on the upper muscle of the left arm. But I never once in the whole series got hit on the body. And this was a very emotional match because, you see, I'd not played in the first test match due to illness, and I had come back into this second game, and I think everybody was expecting that I might put up a good performance. Anyhow, as I went out to bat, I seemed to have a premonition that Bill Bowes was going to bowl me a bumper. So I set myself to play the shot, and sure enough, he bowled it exactly where I expected he would, and I played the shot as I intended to play, but by a miracle pulled it down from about chest high onto the base of my leg stump. I could try it 1,000 times again and I couldn't do it. But that was the end of it.
Bradman scored 103 not out in the second innings of that second test. It was his only century of the series. His average was 56.57. England won back the Ashes in the 4th test, played in Brisbane.
The scene of the 4th test match in which England recaptured the Ashes is laid at Brisbane. Here in Queensland is really semi-tropical country, and the sun blazes down from the cloudless sky like a molten ball of fire on this, the hottest day of the tour. Again, Australia are lucky with the toss, and the MCC take the field. Closely followed by the opening batsman, Woodfull, nearest the camera, and Victor Richardson. In the broiling heat, Larwood opens his shock attack, bowling first the orthodox off theory. Runs, however, come with slow assurance, and Larwood reverts to his leg theory, which the crowd mildly resents. Australia's first wicket stand ended at 133 with Richardson's departure, and Bradman appears. He is not very comfortable against Larwood, but he knocks up a useful 76 before being dismissed.
It was obvious that it was something that was not going to last. It only had a limited life before it stopped. And we were all very relieved, I think, when the season was over and we got